I'm not eating that.
I'm not eating that.
Welcome to Your Food Looks Funny. I am Marcus T, and today we're talking spicy food. And I say we because we got a special guest on today's episode. My cousin Tisa is here. Say hello to everybody, Tisa.
Hey, everybody.
All right. So before I get into today's show with our special guest today, I just want to tell you, make sure you're following the social medias for Your Food Looks Funny. It's at YFLF Podcast on Instagram. You can also find us on Facebook. And our group on there, Your Food Looks Funny, has some conversations that involve some humorous looking foods and things that happen on there. Also, if you want to call or text the show and let us know how we're doing or anything that you heard, 419-777-4259 or 419-77-PICKY. All right. So like I said, we're getting into today's episode about spicy foods. And I know, Tisa, you like spicy foods, correct?
Absolutely do.
Okay. What's your favorite spicy food?
I love the habanero pepper.
Okay. Just a straight pepper?
I love a hot wing, a good hot wing.
Definitely. It's one of my favorites.
Anything, I can take just about anything spicy though.
Okay.
Like we put cayenne pepper on just about anything, but like if we're out to dinner or something, a wing spot, I love a good spicy wing.
Okay. I definitely dig the wings. It's up there. I don't know if I go as hot as you do. I've seen y'all go a little bit more extreme than I do, but
yes, we do.
I love a good hot wing, but not that kind of hot. Not that
right.
So before I kind of lean more into somebody who doesn't enjoy watching people suffer from hot stuff, I just want to run down a little bit of science. Science. So doing some research on spicy foods, I came across some things where it was talking about spicy foods will speed up your metabolism. I didn't know this. I think I've heard this in people's diets. Have you ever heard that before?
I did.
Okay, so
I have heard that.
Apparently it can curb appetite and, help speed up your metabolism. So it has its health benefits, and it also lowers mortality rates by about 14%. And the reason that this made sense to me was because I know a lot of Indian foods and some Southeastern Asian foods will get really spicy, and some of the longer living people in the world will be from those regions.
Very true.
Never associated that until just now. A couple other things scientifically behind spicy food. The capsaicin, which is the main thing in a pepper that makes it hot, is shown to slow or destroy cancer cells. Who knew we were getting that in depth with spicy food, right?
Right.
Yep. A few other spices that aren't necessarily spicy, just flavorful, like cumin, turmeric, cinnamon, and peppers can be known to be anti-inflammatories. They also fight off harmful bacteria in the body. Who knew when my mouth was on fire and my nose was running, I was actually helping myself out? Who knew some of this stuff, right? Who knew? All right. Did you know any of that stuff going into this? I just Googled a lot of it.
Some of the things that you mentioned just now, I did know a lot. I did not.
Teaching.
I knew about the metabolism. I knew about it is some of it is beneficial to your health. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but a few of the facts you just mentioned, I wasn't aware of.
Okay. I just knew once I got to a certain level of heat, I felt like I was being tortured more than helped with my health. So I guess
and that's the thing with a certain level of heat. Now, I love hot. I love the heat, but I don't want a bland heat. Some things are just hot just to be hot.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, I want hot, of course, but I want a flavorful hot. I don't want a bland hot. I don't understand the purpose of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's been the purpose of these past few shows, is talking about strongly flavored foods. And if something is spicy just to be spicy and has no flavor, then it wasn't even worth it eating it.
Exactly. Yeah. Other than the challenges that are pretty popular, the challenges, which that's crazy to me. I don't know. Have you tried the hot chip yet?
Nah, I'll pass on that. I know my limits now.
I think I would pass on that too, because I think it's just a bland hot chip, and I don't understand the purpose behind it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of hot challenges, so this guy, I was telling her, Tisa, about before we got on, his name is Ed Curry. His nickname is Smoking Ed Curry. Of course, he has the last name Curry. Why wouldn't he love hot things in general? But if you've never heard of this guy, he is the inventor of the Carolina Reaper pepper. So he has a pepper farm down in Carolina, and he likes to breed different versions of peppers in order to make them hotter and hotter. And he hosts these contests where people eat them, starting at like the basics of jalapenos and such, and then he'll work his way up to Reapers. And by the time you get there, you just, I feel bad for the people watching them in these contests because they're just suffering. I mean, they're literally crying and throwing up, and it just looks terrible. Would you ever get in a pepper eating contest like this?
No, I'm not going to suffer. I love the hot food, but I'm eating it with food for a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to eat it for a challenge. I feel like my head is about to blow off, or, I'm having chest pains, or your nose constantly running. Like, yeah, no. I mean, what's the challenge for? Are they giving away $1 million? I might think about it.
Yeah.
I might think about it. Something like that is involved, but to do it just to say, Guinness Book of World Records, hottest pepper eater. No, she'll probably be dead the next day. So no, I'm not doing that.
Okay. So that was funny.
I ain't eating that.
Right.
I ain't eating that.
Right.
I'm not eating that.
That was going to be one of my questions, was how much would somebody have to pay you in order to just take a Carolina Reaper to the head?
Now, if we talking good money like that, I definitely would. If we in that millions, yeah. You offer me $1 million, I'll take 2 of them.
Yeah, you're going to end up having to pay that to the emergency medical squad that comes to help you out too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you got to take that cost right off the top.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I was saying, as I have watched these challenges on YouTube, that has actually happened where they've had to call the ambulance for these people.
Yeah, that's
that want to do the one chip challenge, and then they're sitting there with a bucket of ice cream or cups of milk or cups of crushed ice to try and curb that fire that's in your mouth, in your throat, your chest. Yeah.
Yeah, once you get to that point, I know they're all sitting there thinking the same thing. Was it worth it to me feel like I just died?
Exactly. And for what?
Right.
Yeah.
But speaking of Smoking Ed, before we get too far past him, I want to play. So this is from a YouTube video that I saw, and he described what happens when you eat his pepper. So I'm going to go ahead and play that now.
Okay.
Your hands will start shaking. Your heart will start going faster. You get sweaty, your eyes water, your skin flushes, the mucous membranes run, and so you get snot pouring out your nose.
And he just sounds like he's enjoying it.
Yeah, and this is the inventor of the Reaper, right?
Correct.
The Carolina Reaper. Yeah.
Yeah. Really?
And he's enjoying that part right there.
Yeah. In the video, he's watching somebody. They just took a bite of one, and he's describing what's happening to her as she's eating it.
And that is true. It's all true.
When he started with your hands are shaking, I was like, yeah, I'm out. I'm good.
Yeah. I don't want to shake. I want to enjoy the heat. I definitely love hot, spicy food. Definitely. Your wife, not so much.
Oh, no.
But myself, her mother, my son, we definitely enjoy that hot food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But not to the point where your hands are shaking, your nose is running, and no, I don't understand.
No. If I can't, we were talking hot wings. If I can't get through the amount of hot wings that I ordered, that means they were too hot.
Now, I will tell you this. Back in my very early 20s, late teens, early 20s, I was going with this guy. We used to always go to Quaker Steak and Lube, and we would order the atomic wing.
Nah.
At that time, that was their hottest wing that they ever made, and we had to sign a release.
That's what I was just about to ask. I was like, I remember those.
Yeah, and they still make that sauce. They even bottle it and sell their sauces in the stores now, as quite a few other companies do as well. But we used to have to sign to eat that pepper, and we would get through that wing with that sauce. We would get through quite a bit of it. But again, I was in my early 20s then, very early.
How many of those were you eating?
We would order 10, probably get through about 5, 6 of them.
Ugh.
Yeah, we'll get through about 5 or 6 of them, but we couldn't finish the whole thing. Actually, I think I beat him eating them. I was the stronger one eating those, but I was a little daredevil then. Now I might die.
No, that would have been my breaking point in the relationship right there. Like, no, I don't think this is going to work out. No.
Yeah, so that, and so to have to even sign the release, that's, when you're young, you try crazy things like that and you survive it. Now, maybe not.
Nah, I was good back in the day eating a bag of Flaming Hot Cheetos with no drink after. Like that was my level of daredevil as far as spicy food.
Right. And everybody doesn't have that.
Yeah.
Everybody cannot take that heat. I don't know what it is. I like it, but I'm not going to go to the extremes with it. I'm not.
Yep.
I don't know how beneficial that would be to me now, the age that I am now. You know what I mean?
I don't think at any age is really beneficial.
True. Very true.
It's just a lot of suffering. For the health benefits that I spelled out earlier in the show, I don't think it's really worth it to go to that level of hot. Just add a little kick here and there. That's what I like. When I make food, I want a little kick just to let me know it's alive. Like it has a little salt, a little vinegar, a little, taste to it. Not torch my mouth like it's Backdraft 99. I don't need that.
Oh, absolutely. I agree.
Yeah.
But if you got let's say for instance, baked beans, right? Mm-hmm. So we like them sweet, but we like them spicy. Now my son, he is my taste tester with the baked beans, and I like to put a couple habanero peppers in there. And he will tell me, "No, Mom, it's not hot enough." I'm like, "What do you mean it's not hot enough? We got to think about other people that's eating them." Right. But he'll tell me those couple habanero peppers, they're not hot enough in the baked beans.
Nah.
So he wants everybody to suffer because he can take it. So he wants everybody else to go to ER, I guess.
Yeah, make sure y'all remind me of that the next time you make baked beans. That's my.
I don't do them like that because I do think about everybody else. He can care less. He want them hot. Okay. So I will make him a little side thing and make them a little spicier for him. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's my favorite. One of my favorite sides. So I don't need to walk into that kind of problem later.
Exactly. No pressure.
No
pressure. I promise you. I'll forewarn you in advance.
I'm like, it's already baked beans. You don't need them to be spicy too. That could turn into some issues later.
Right. Exactly. For you.
Right. Like, hey, Tamara, we got to go. What happened?
Exactly.
I had the baked beans. We had to go.
Yeah. Then you're running out of there quick.
Yeah. That's how you know you're trying to get everybody to go home. You had Tisa baked beans? Yeah, that means the party's supposed to end early.
It's over. It's over. Exactly.
All right. Hot wings, baked beans. What's your favorite kind of hot sauce just to put on stuff?
If we're talking just regular hot sauce, I'm going to say red hot sauce. Mm-hmm. But if we talking a spicier kick, I actually found it's a habanero hot sauce that I had found in the grocery store, and I really like it. It's a red habanero spicy hot sauce, and it's a thicker sauce, and it's really good. But it gives you just that little extra bite, other than regular red hot sauce. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I put on anything really.
That sounds like the Red Hot commercial.
Right.
Are you a fan of sriracha?
Depends on what the dish is.
Okay. I know it.
Depends on the food. As far as let's say, let's go with some hibachi
Mm-hmm.
or some rice, or something like that. Mainly with the sriracha, I would take that with a hibachi style meal. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know sriracha had a wave of popularity. Of course, Tamara doesn't eat a lot of spicy stuff, and I like to throw sriracha in a good amount of dishes if I can.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I have to be careful about where I dibble and dabble a little bit of it here and there, because she'll be like, "Oh, this is hot." I'm like, "Look, I just put like 2 drops in there."
Right. She can't take it.
Yeah. So I'm somewhere between her and y'all on my spice level. Like, y'all to be taking
Right.
jalapenos to the head while you be eating stuff. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Oh yeah, jalapenos. That's a weak. That's weak.
Nah,
That's a weak pepper right there.
I'll pass.
There's nothing to that. I mean, if you get a jalapeno, I mean, yeah, no, that's nothing.
I like the flavor of a jalapeno. I found these pretzels,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a jalapeno ranch flavor on it, and the jalapeno was so strong. I don't think I've ever had anything where the jalapeno flavor, it wasn't spicy, it was just the jalapeno flavor was so prominent. They got a good, I don't know how they extracted the flavor of the jalapeno so well, because it's in powder form. It's not like it's actually jalapeno on it, or they soaked it in jalapeno juice or something. They're pretzel rods. So, but it was good.
Do you know the brand? I would like to try that.
I think it's Snyder. They're like pretzel twists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll look for that and try that.
but pretty good.
Okay.
Chipotle. I am a fan of Chipotle, which is basically just smoked red jalapenos anyway. But I love those.
Chipotle, yeah, they all right. I don't do Chipotle, but yeah, they're okay. I like, now with Chipotle, I do like their hotter sauces to go on their bowls.
I wasn't talking about the restaurant. I was talking about the actual flavor of Chipotle.
Oh, the actual flavor.
Yeah,
of
I wasn't plugging the restaurant. Nah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just
But
Chipotle.
that I don't know too much about that, of the actual flavor of the Chipotle, but yeah, I don't know too much about that one.
Yeah, it's like a smoky, almost sweet flavor, but it's got kick to it too. So my favorite hot sauce, since I just asked you that too, is Chipotle Tabasco. So
I'm gonna have to look for it and try it.
yeah, it's got a good.
So you taste the smoky flavor in there with the heat.
Yeah. So it's
okay.
It's good. I add it to like my barbecue sauces and stuff. So like if I make a peach barbecue, that'll be my little bit of kick with the Chipotle, because the Chipotle and the peach work well together.
Okay. Didn't you make that peach barbecue sauce for us before?
I'm
If
sure.
I'm not mistaken, that was down when we were in North Carolina. I think you did that with the ribs.
Probably.
Okay. That was really good.
Yeah.
It was a really good sauce, really good flavor. I remember that. That was different. I had never had that before.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, so it was really good.
One more hot thing that I want to talk about. I don't know if you eat it or like it, or jerk chicken.
Love it.
Okay.
Absolutely love it. Make it every now and again.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely love it. Sure do.
Okay. Yeah, I brought on one of my friends, Camille, on an episode called Us Versus Them, and she is her family lineage comes from Jamaica, so they make a little bit of everything, but jerk chicken. And she explained to me that jerk was a process, not a flavor, and that America has kind of commercialized the flavor into just meaning hot Jamaican or Caribbean style food. So I don't think I've had actual traditional style jerk chicken in maybe 15, 20 years or more. My cousin DJ makes it. He lived down in Florida for a while, and one of his buddies down there taught him like the traditional way, and they order the Scotch bonnet peppers and the green sauce and stuff. So they make it like jerk style, not jerk flavor. But I do love jerk flavor. It's
an intense. It's a process. It's a process. You have to take your time. It has to marinate. Like overnight? If is what she said, probably, right? And the Scotch bonnet pepper, that is a pepper that is not easy to find. The times that I've had made jerk chicken, I didn't have a Scotch bonnet. I had to settle for a habanero because that is a hard pepper to find.
Right.
But it is a process, and she is correct because now they have jarred the jerk seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
You can go buy it in the jar, open it up, slather it on whatever you're putting it on, and let it set, and then cook instead of going through the process
Right.
of making the actual jerk seasoning flavor to go on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which myself, I like making it. I have found recipes and I have followed them to a T, and it has come out very well. Minus, I didn't have a couple of the things that are traditional that they do use in their customary way of making it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it has come out very well though.
Okay. A few questions before we get out of here. Number one, what's the hottest food that you can remember having? Was it those wings?
The hottest food was absolutely the chicken wings at Quaker Steak and Lube, which was their atomic sauce.
Yeah. I'll still pass on that. They can keep my waiver. I'll buy tickets to go watch people eat this stuff, though. I'll be in the front row eating something nice and mild.
Right. But that is one of the hottest I've ever had. Yeah.
What's a food that you don't eat that everybody else does?
I don't eat. That everybody else does?
Yeah.
I absolutely hate green peas.
Wow, I think that was one of Tamara's things too. What's up with y'all and green peas?
I absolutely hate them. I will not. I love my vegetables, but that one right there, you'll never find in my home or on my menu.
Wow.
Yeah.
I made some kind of stir fry the one day, and when Tamara finished her plate, it was just all peas sitting on her plate. Baby. I was like, come on.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Okay. What's the last new food you tried?
The last new food. Oh my goodness, quinoa.
Oh, quinoa. Gotcha.
Yeah, that was the last new food I've tried. Yes.
You said quinoa.
And
I was like the Mortal Kombat character? Go ahead.
And I liked it.
Okay.
I did. I enjoyed it.
It was just plain, or you had something else in it?
They had put some mushrooms in there, some fresh garlic, chopped rosemary, soy sauce, onion powder.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, and it was good. I really enjoyed it.
Nice. I don't know if Tamara's ever had quinoa. I might need to ask her about that one. We've been having a lot of couscous lately in these HelloFresh meals, and she'd be like, it tastes mushy.
You do the HelloFresh? Okay.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of what in it?
She said a lot of the meals have been coming with couscous, and she'll say it tastes mushy like pasta. I'm like, it is pasta. So,
I've never had that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a toasted Israeli pasta, so it's really little.
Okay.
But I don't know if she thinks it's supposed to be the equivalent of rice or something like that. I'm like, it doesn't have that same kind of texture. It is pasta, so it's a little mushy with a little bite to it.
Okay.
But yeah, she's looking for a red sauce and some macaroni and cheese. I don't know what kind of pasta she's looking for, but this ain't it.
That ain't it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to remember that and try that as well.
Couscous. So nice, they named it twice.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
I have to give it a shot because I'll definitely try anything at least once.
Yeah, it's worth it, especially if you pair it with something good. But other than that, I got nothing else for today's episode. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Anytime.
Last minute. It was literally last minute. I texted her and said, hey, do you want to come on the show? And she was like, oh, yeah, when? What day? I was like, now.
Not a problem at all.
And that's
anything for the family.
That's how we roll. Oh, so I didn't say next week, August 19th is National Hot and Spicy Food Day, which kind of inspired this episode. So Be ready to sign your waiver for those atomic wings so I can watch you eat them and celebrate the day.
And some jerk chicken.
Yeah. Yeah, be ready.
I will be ready.
It. All right. But thank you guys for listening. Again, check out the social medias, YFLF Podcast. Subscribe to the show. Listen to the little aftermath after the theme song goes off. Oh, I meant to tell you, our theme song got second place in the tournament. Didn't quite win it, but thank you to everybody who voted and supported the show over these past few weeks. Second out of 64. I made that podcast theme myself, okay, on a tablet.
Nice.
And I don't produce music.
And who was in the background vocals? That voice sounds familiar.
That was me.
No,
that
the
was
one
me,
who
baby.
says, I'm not eating that.
Oh, my wife. Yeah, my
You gotta plug her. You gotta plug your wife.
Yeah, she's in there. She inspired the show. She gets a lot of credit. She was the
I'm not eating that.
And then I sang the little bit after it. So yes, thank you,
Okay.
wife. I know she'll be listening, so she'll hear herself and smile for it.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Not sure what we're talking about, but some more strongly flavored foods. All right, I'm out of here. Make sure you're following us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to Your Food Looks Funny. And call or text or reach out to the show and let us know what you think at 419-77-PICKY or 419-777-4259.